Hello and welcome to Behind the Lines. I'm Diane Dayton. Boy, there's a lot going on in March, and this is an event you don't want to miss. It is a pop-up party, totally awesome 80s, and it's to benefit the YWCA. So here to tell us about it is the CEO, Martha Harris. Thank you for being here.
Good to see you.
And pop-up party chairperson, Heather Colosi.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. How did this idea come about, Heather?
Well, the pop-up party is a play on the Y-teen dances that used to be held in the 50s, 60s, and 70s at the YWCA, as well as the dance lessons that were so popular then. So this is an update of that, and every subsequent event that we hold will be focused on a decade. So this year we started off with the totally awesome 80s.
Very cool. And the hours of this event are what?
It will run from 7 until 11.
And we don't really know where this is yet, do we?
No, we are keeping this location a secret until the week of the event. The location will be announced either via email if you're on our email list, or you can friend us on the Facebook page, which is YWCA Lancaster Pop-Up Party.
Excellent. Now, all of this is to benefit the YWCA. What is the mission of the YWCA?
The mission of the YWCA is to empower women and eliminate racism. And one of the most important programs that we run within the YWCA is our child care programs, where we provide safe and affordable quality child care from infants at age 6 weeks old and up through school-age children. And the pop-up party we're very excited about because it's the first time we're doing an event just to fund our child care programs. So there'll be opportunities to buy gifts that would benefit the children who participate in our child care programs. It's a very important part of our overall budget, so we're delighted to have the committee that Heather has formed supporting this cool event.
Yeah, and it's really needed now too with the program, the extra funding, and why is that?
It is.
What has
well, a
happened?
combination of reasons, really, Diane. The state budget impasse, which continues, we're just now getting some funding that was really due to us in July to support our child care programs. The United Way changed its funding model, so they're no longer supporting our child care programs, and yet our child care offerings have increased. We're now offering pre-K and early Head Start programs, so the funding is coming at a very good time.
So these opportunities, I know child care is so important for all of us, you know, that have children and we're working, and the Y does a great job with this.
It does. We're really proud of our child care programs. We're Keystone certified. We'll hear more about that in the next segment, but I think the benefit that we can provide, particularly working families who need a safe and affordable place for their children to be, so both parents can work, or if you're a single head of household. I'm a working mom, so I know the value of child care, and I wouldn't be able to do what I do professionally if I wasn't able to find child care when my daughter was young. So it's a really important part of our mission.
Yeah, and I know this is important to you too, Heather. Expound on that.
Absolutely. I have friends and family members who use the YWCA child care programs. My youngest sister's daughter goes to the wraparound programs at Penn Manor and is delighted with it for her child. And she is a single head of household, and it enables her to work and support her 2 children.
Yeah, and to be a part of this, and it takes a lot of people to put together this event, means a lot too, doesn't it, Heather?
Oh, absolutely. We have sponsors and a 10-person committee who has been working on this party for almost 10 months now, and we're delighted to have Highmark as one of our sponsors, as well as, oh, help me, Martha.
The Colosi family and High Industries. Right?
Yes, and TCG Advertising is another sponsor as well.
Okay.
So, but we can always use more sponsors to support this great party.
Yeah, and the thing is too, we can keep, if we want to be a sponsor and be a part of this, anytime, you're looking for them right now, right?
Yes, absolutely, and they can contact Megan Snyder at the YWCA.
Okay, we're going to put the YWCA website up on the screen. What are we going to find there, Martha?
You'll find, I think, there's so much happening at the YWCA. I've only been there since September, but I was told before I started a truism. No 2 days are alike at the YWCA. There's always something happening. And with all those children in the building, we serve over 622 children every day between the programs at Penn Manor and the programs that we offer directly through our building. So it's a really important place to be connected to. We would encourage you to like us on Facebook. We've just launched an e-newsletter. We'd like to keep the community informed through our new electronic newsletter. There's a form you can sign up for that, so you can find out about all the programs like the residence program, program, the Sexual Assault Prevention Counseling Center. We are the designated Sexual Assault Center for Lancaster County. So any woman or child or parent who's been a victim of sexual assault can come and receive free counseling. Very high quality program. We also have a strong social justice program where we help organizations and community groups learn about how to overcome oppression and discriminatory hiring practices that may be tied to racism. So it's a really dynamic organization that I'm very proud to be a part of.
Yeah, so there are ways that we can help on an everyday level too. Volunteers perhaps, or?
Volunteerism is hugely important at the YWCA. We just had over 200 children come for a free program on Martin Luther King Day, where they came to the gymnasium, they had some hands-on activities, some snacks, and they learned about Martin Luther King and heard the entire I Have a Dream speech. So we need volunteers to help us with big events, the Race Against Racism that's coming up. A lot of volunteers are making the pop-up party get involved. So really, all they need to do is sign up for our newsletter, and we will plug them in to one of the whatever volunteer opportunity they'd like to become a part of.
That sounds excellent. Once again, the pop-up party is on Saturday, March 12th, 7 to 11 p.m., and 80s attire is definitely recommended.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. The tickets, tell me about that.
Tickets are $50. And that includes some mall-style food that we are going to be whipping up for you. Remember your mall days with your Cinnabons and your pretzels. And it will also include a DJ dance party, as well as an opportunity, Martha referenced it earlier, to support the YWCA child care programs through a silent auction. You can support it by buying anything from a box of crayons up to sponsoring a child care scholarship. So we're really looking forward to it.
That sounds excellent. And when we think the 80s, we think what? Big hair, we think big shoulders. Everything was kind of big in the 80s, wasn't it?
It was.
Everything was definitely big. This is a wonderful opportunity to come out, have a great time with your friends, and also to help raise money for something that's really needed and making a big difference in our community, which is the child care that the YWCA is a great part about. We're going to put the website up on the screen again. You can find out everything and get more information about this event on the website. We're going to take a brief pause. We're going to find out more about the actual child care program, and then Heather's going to be back, and she's going to look a little different. So stay with us. Welcome back to Behind the Lines. We're talking about the fabulous pop-up party, which has to do with the totally awesome 80s, and it's all to benefit the YWCA and child care. With us right now to tell us more about those wonderful programs, Christelle Thal-Bolton, you are the Child Enrichment Center Director.
Yes,
thank you. Right there at the Y. And Cheryl Gehring, you are the Chief Program Officer at the YWCA. And together, the two of you have a lot of experience working with children and child care. What makes the Y so different?
We have been involved in childcare for a long time for many different reasons. We were the first infant care program in the county, as well as school age care. And one of the things that I think is so fascinating is we kind of shift our focus as to the community's needs. So when we found mothers going back to work, they needed a safe, affordable place for childcare. So we responded to that need by doing some of those firsts.
Yeah, there are some absolutely wonderful programs that you have. We were talking about some statistics earlier, how key it is, what, between birth and 5 years? Expound.
Between birth and age 5, 90% of a child's brain is developed. So we talk about being ready for kindergarten, but you miss those crucial times when children get language learning, hands-on skills, social, emotional skills, which teachers in elementary schools find crucial.
This has long-term effect, doesn't it? Because we're literally laying the foundation for these individuals' lives. Talk about the effect this has.
Well, there's been many studies done showing the importance of early childhood, including not only children longitudinally, showing lower teen pregnancy rates, higher high school graduation rates, lower prison incarceration. So yeah, it's definitely a great foundation for our children.
So who uses the child care services at the YWCA?
Lots of folks.
Yeah.
Working families, single parents. We also offer some programming for teen parents. some of our residents who hold jobs also, it's very convenient to take your child to where you live and trust.
Yes, most definitely. And it's about having a safe environment and knowing that your children are being well taken care of in every way, shape, or form.
That's right.
So what are the child care hours and how does that operate? How does that work?
6:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Oh, that's good.
We're kind of like the post office. Rain, sleet, snow, we're there.
You're there, okay.
And we know that families who have school-age children rely on us when schools close. So we are typically open no school days, unless there's catastrophic snowfall, which is conveniently going to happen, hopefully not during our business hours.
Right.
So holidays, when parents have to work between Christmas and New Year, we're there. So we try to fill the gap for our families wherever we can.
And it takes a staff.
It does.
Tell me about the staff.
We have many staff. I think about 40 overall in terms of our Child Enrichment Center and our school age sites. My staff, I have a staff of 16 and they range in experience, much like Cheryl and myself. We just celebrated, one of our teachers celebrated 30 years in childcare with us. So,
that's excellent.
and we do require that they have formal education in early childhood, a degree.
Okay, that's good.
Many of the programs that we participate in terms of quality, also stress teacher education, staff-child interaction. So we take professional development of our staff very seriously.
And the program itself has really grown because you've seen needs, and that's where you're trying to address those needs.
You bet.
There's early Head Start,
Correct.
and there's also pre-K counts. Tell me more.
Early Head Start provides access to quality care for children, infant through till a child turns 3, and pre-K counts picks up for those 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. They're free programs. We make sure that children receive breakfast, lunch, and afternoon snack. For infants, they receive formula, baby food, so that parents aren't required to take that out of their pocket. We also
Diapers and wipes.
Diapers and wipes are included.
Oh, wow.
Families are stressed, and we know that, so we want to help in any way that we can.
This really is a safety net for a lot of people, isn't it?
It sure is. Many businesses rely on us. They know if their staff have quality care, they're going to have people at work. And our staff are there.
Yeah. We're going to put the website up again, and I know there's information about the program. What are we going to find specifically about the program that's on the website?
You'll find all of our 6 or 7 sites. We provide a kindergarten wrap program. While many schools have full-time kindergarten, kindergarten's still not required by our state, which is fascinating. But parents have to work, so if your child goes to part-time kindergarten, where does your child go?
Yes.
For that wrap. So we do that. They'll find out about summer camp. They'll find out ways to access subsidy care for families who would qualify. They can even pay their bill online. We try to make it as easy as possible.
So it is easy. What does this mean to you to be a part of this, Christelle?
I feel honored to be a part of all of this. I've been with the YWCA for almost 14 years. I love seeing the children grow, and I just think it's refreshing to have people really acknowledge the importance of early childhood.
Yeah, and what about you, Cheryl?
This is my life's work.
Yeah.
And having been a working mom, I couldn't have done what I did without having a place where I trusted to take care of my son. And I have 2 sons, and they have each chosen a different path, but I know the foundation was started early for them because of the programs that I was fortunate enough to be part of.
And what I love about the Y is when the YWCA sees needs, they step in to start to address and put programs in effect to make a big difference. And it's great to be a part of that too.
We try.
Yeah. And this wonderful pop-up party that's with the 80s, and it's going to be awesome, you know, totally awesome 80s, is going to help fund this.
Yes.
And it's totally earmarked to do this. This is fantastic. So there's silent auction items and all kinds of other things that we're going to talk about in just a bit with the party. But thank you so much for all the work that you do and the staff that you have there.
Thank you.
Great things in our community. Stay with us. You want to see what Heather's wearing. Welcome back to Behind the Lines, and it's a totally awesome 80s party, and it's a pop-up party, and it's to benefit childcare at the YWCA. Heather is back in costume. You look great, Heather.
Thank you.
Heather is also the chair of the pop-up party and also on the committee. No stranger to this show is Joe Hess.
Hello.
Thank you for being here. Let's talk more about this fabulous party. Once again, the date and time.
It's going to be March 12th, and we're going from 7 to 11.
And the location will be announced, what, the week before? Is that right?
It'll be announced a few days before
A
the
few days
party.
before, so you got to pay
Completely
attention.
under wraps.
Under wraps. Under wraps. But this is going to be so much fun. Let's get into some of these specifics. What are we going to have to eat?
Oh, we're having mall-style food. So everyone remembers walking through the mall and getting a soft pretzel or a Cinnabon or a Sloppy Joe or, you know, all of those 80s things that we remember from the food court in the mall.
That sounds really good. There's also going to be outrageous costumes, so come dressed. But if you're not totally put together, or you might need something else,
We've got your back.
what do you have?
We're going to have a shop, and
Okay.
you can just over-accessorize, because the 80s was about excess. I mean, take an example here. But the 80s were about excess, so we're going to be able to help you out. Tease your hair as high as you want to go. We're going to make sure that you can accessorize with some great leg warmers or jewelry or, you know, something fun that just adds to the whole feeling of the party.
All right, so there's going to be a hair salon there to do that, right?
Yeah.
So if you need a little bit of polish and a little bit more exaggeration, we can do that.
A little hair
too.
zhuzh, no problem.
Yeah.
We've got it.
And there's going to be ways to capture this too, yeah?
There'll be photo ops throughout. We have some surprises lined up for the party in that way, so you'll need to come to kind of check it out, and we're going to really, the more you accessorize, the better. So
Now, there's going to be a lot of music, and the way you've put this together is with some DJs. Tell us about this.
That's right. We have two great DJs. We have DJ Patrice McBride and DJ Image, who will be doing a scratch off through the night, as well as it's a dueling format. So you'll see these two DJs working with and against each other to bring back the 80s in a big way.
Wow. That just sounds like so much fun. There's a theatrical aspect to this too.
we're going to have some party in a party. So we call them vignettes, but there'll be some fun reenactments that's happened to some iconic stuff, that movies and things that happened in the 80s. So it's going to be some great surprises, and we have some local theater companies involved. So
That's great. Now I know people that are sitting here watching go, okay, what did we wear during the 80s? Okay, so what would you say if people are trying to go through their wardrobe or looking for something? What do you want to pull out?
Oh, I would pull out aggressive shoulder pads. I would pull out your Aquanet and tease up those bangs. If you can't, you can always go to the salon. Oh, think about
Stonewash jeans.
Oh, acid wash jeans. Think about movie characters and think about your favorite musicians and just try to channel that for the night.
Now, Joe, you've got to give us at least some sort of tease about what you're going to be wearing. If Heather's here in some garb.
I'm between things. That's why I was dressed just normally. I wanted, you know, I'm thinking mohawk, or I'm thinking I'm going theme movie. So
Okay.
it'll be a surprise.
All right, so yeah, you can pull out all the stops with this.
All the stops.
Now, we couldn't do this if we didn't have these incredible sponsors. Tell me who you have.
That's right. So we have Highmark, High Industries, TCG Advertising, Wire Mesh, and the Colosi family.
Yeah, and they've contributed so much to this to make this possible. How many people do you really expect to get at this? Do you have any ideas?
In the grand scheme, the surprise space we have can accommodate quite a bunch of people. 300 would be a wonderful number to hit, and I think with the affordability of the ticket price, I think that won't be a problem. We priced it so that anyone could come, because everyone loved the 80s.
Yes.
You know, so
Oh yeah, we all had a good time. So the ticket price too, if you missed it in the first segment, is $50. And where and how can we go about getting these tickets?
So visit ywcalancaster.org and click on the 80s pop-up party for tickets. You can also go to eventbrite.com and search for YWCA Lancaster.
Okay, that sounds really good. Joe, what else do you want us to know about this event?
The event was created, Heather brought this idea to fruition, and the excitement to help the programs. I mean, the programs are amazing that are at the YWCA. And this event, to be able to come and have fun and also support. I mean, every dollar counts, every penny counts to help get these kids what they need and these parents. So, you know, that's what's amazing. And, you know, just to be able to just party it up, bodacious. You know, I'm working on my words for that.
Yeah, right.
I'm starting the research process to, yeah.
Yeah, and one thing too, you know, this is the middle of March and we're all going crazy. We want to get out and do something, so this is a perfect time to do it. One question we've got to talk about, there were some, you know, really interesting fashion trends in the 80s. What do you think was probably one of the worst for the 80s?
Definitely for me was shoulder pads. When the women looked like they were gonna like take you out of like a football player, the aggressive shoulder pads. That was one that for me I went.
That was one
and it's
for
coming
you?
back. That's the best part.
Oh, I know, right?
This party is circling what people are doing now. If you look at fashion trends, people are doing this. I mean, it makes me feel old, but at the end of the day, you might have some things already in your wardrobe to use
through.
for this. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, I said the aggressive shoulder pads earlier, and that was definitely a mistake for me. But I would say acid wash jeans too, the tight acid washed mini skirt.
Oh, okay, okay. The music from that time. Do you have any favorites from the 80s that you really like? What artists do you remember that just stuck out to you?
I'm a movie 80s.
Okay.
So Top Gun, anything Top Gun.
Right.
I'm in. I am hoping we're good. The theme for the event with everything we have, we're hoping to kind of do it through like maybe a movie hour and then we kind of build up hair bands and things like that. But I'm a Top Gun fan.
Okay.
Soundtrack.
What about you, Heather? What?
Oh, I can't wait to hear Aha Take On Me. That's a
yes.
big fave. But everyone, we'll hear everything from Video Killed the Radio Star to Pour Some Sugar on Me.
It's pretty diverse. I mean, there was a lot going on in the 80s with music too, and everybody really was out enjoying it. And I think that's what this night's going to be reminiscent of too, with the pop-up party. This whole idea of pop-up party is very cool because it keeps everybody engaged until, you know, that moment, right? So where and how do we find out? Once you get your ticket and you've purchased your ticket, we're going to find out.
Once you purchase your ticket, you'll be added to our email list and you'll be notified a few days before the event of the location. And there is plenty of parking, so nobody has to worry about that, but that's all you're getting out of me. You can also like the Facebook page and the information will be shared there as well.
Okay, and once again, the date, the time?
March 12th, and it's going to be from 7 to 11.
7 to 11. So dig out your best 80s wear, get ready to eat some of those wonderful foods from the mall, and get your picture taken, get your hair done. If you need to buy something else, we can do all that. There's theater, there's also music. It's just going to be a great time.
It is.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
For doing this and doing this for the YWCA and for the child care. It's great programs. We'd like to say thank you for being with us too. And I'm Diane Dayton with Behind the Lines, reminding you, keep looking behind the lines. You might be surprised what you find.